Welcome to Season 2, Episode 1 of Reverse the Relapse. And today we are talking about the New Year, New You BS. Stay tuned. You're in the right place if you're ready to stop the sabotage and weight regain post weight loss surgery. Hi, I'm Georgie Beams. I'm a psychologist who works in the area of emotional eating, sabotage, and weight regain for weight loss surgery patients. I have experience working in a weight loss surgery clinic, as well as supporting women online to reverse the relapse. I honestly believe that psychology should be a mandatory part of everyone's weight loss surgery journey. Your body has had an upgrade to version 2.0 after surgery, but your mind is most likely operating at version 1.0, which is your old pre-surgery mind. You're here to update your mind to match your body and get back on your weight loss path. And I'm here to help you. So hello lovelies, welcome to 2022, welcome to season 2 of the podcast. I'm back, baby. I'm so excited to be back as well. So I hope your new year has kicked off well. So last year, let's just talk briefly about last year. And you may or may not know that I took a little break last year from the podcast because of, COVID. We were homeschooling a preppy, which meant Con and I had to take turns of homeschooling and working and basically negotiate whose meetings were more important than each other's and trying to navigate all of that. And of course, being in Melbourne, we were the most lockdown city in the world. So there were, so many challenging times. But, I'm also like to explore silver linings. And I don't know about you, but part of me actually really enjoyed a less busy life and the ability just to slow down and just chill out with the family. So I hope that you, as we're in 2022, are feeling positive about this year. I certainly am. I think it's going to be a great year ahead. I've got so much in store for you in season 2 and super excited to be here. So for those of you who are new to the podcast, my name is Georgie. I am an ex-overeater. I am a registered psychologist and I work exclusively with weight loss surgery patients. And I really help them to identify and process their sabotage blocks. So whether it's perfectionism or control or all or nothing thinking, and all these blocks happen at this deeper subconscious level. And I do this via my online program called NBT, which is Neurobariatric Transformation. So women can actually start to feel free around food and they can start to feel good in themselves and start to release any excess weight that no longer serves them and really step into what I call their version 2.0 self, which is living their best life and really thriving. So we go deep here on the podcast, which is what I love. So before we get into the episode today, I just want to give you a couple of exciting updates that did happen last year. So as you know, it was a busy, busy year. Okay, so let's start with some exciting updates. So the next exciting update is that just in all my spare time last year, I actually became a certified hypnotherapist, which is really cool. It's been something that I have been wanting to work on for some time. I have worked with a hypnotherapist rather in the past. So the second exciting update is that just in my spare time, I became a certified hypnotherapist, which, is super exciting. So I have worked with a hypnotherapist in the past. I listen to a hypnosis every night when I go to bed. I absolutely love it. And I could see the potential of incorporating hypnosis into my NBT signature program, which many of the participants are loving these hypno. So that's been fantastic. And then the next update, the third and final update, is that I have a new challenge coming out, which starts on the 17th of January. And this is where we will be exploring these themes that are in the book on sabotage, and is all about rewiring your brain to really step into your version 2.0 self. So it's a free challenge. So please come and join us. You can find all the details at challenge.georgiebeams.com. Alrighty, so let's get into today's topic, which is this whole new year, new you BS message. So we know that it's this time of year, and no doubt if you're like me, you have been bombarded with all of these messages, like 4 weeks to get into this bikini bod, and all the promises that this will be the next best thing for you. And here's the thing I want to remind you of at this time of year. Anytime you need to outsource your control externally, right? Whether that's by following the diet, following the plan where you are cutting and controlling, counting, etc., it's a big red flag. It's very much in alignment with our version 1.0 ways. And remember, this is a big part of why you needed surgery in the first place. We've all been there. You may get those short-term results that we've all had before, if you can white knuckle your way through it long enough, right? But in a matter of time, what can happen is we can easily regress back to form. Now, I remember back in the day that I would set all of these New Year's resolutions. So I'd be out of control over the kind of December, Christmas, silly season period. And come January 1st, I would set these weight loss goals. Okay. So I would be trying the next thing, and it would make me feel like I had a plan. It would make me feel relief. It would make me feel like I was in control. Like I've got this. I've got this plan. It's going to work. I'm getting my head right. All of those good intentions that I had of myself, that this would be my year. And I would start with the counting of the calories, and I would get a few days in, and then the weekend would come, which was often the time for me that I would become more out of control, and I would cheat and have the takeaway on the Saturday night, have the wine, have the chocky, and then I'd feel so bad about myself. And then, of course, start again on Monday, rinse and repeat, ended up stacking on even more weight. Now, what I didn't realize at the time was that the thought of having a plan, the thought of being in control, was actually reducing my anxiety. It felt like I was doing something really positive. But each year, as you know yourself most likely, it would be the same pattern over and over again. And all you need to do is Google some stats. And I had read somewhere that 73% of New Year's resolutions fail by the time they get to February or March. So we start the year wanting to have a plan and have all those good intentions, all the positive intent that we want to change. We want this to be our best year. But we're using that same version 1.0 broken strategy year on year that can make us feel even more like a failure and can actually start to gain weight over time, right? So we end up being in a worse off position than where we are right now. So the message around the new year, new you, it really taps into our all or nothing thinking, where we're either in control or out of control, and of course, nothing in between. So let me ask you, how long do you think you can be fully in control for? Maybe like me, it's during the week, and then I just got to the weekend and it all just went downhill. Maybe it's a month for you. Maybe it's 3 months if you tried really, really hard, right? So I want you to consider, what's been your pattern at this time of year? Do you get all excited and hope that this is the new diet? This is your year. This is it. Or are you like me back in the day, where you may have had all the best intentions to change, but then in the moment you go back to those old version 1.0 ways. So many women, and I was guilty as I've shared myself, come January 1st, we feel like we need to start again. We need to be strict. We need to be fully in control. We need to get our head right. And anytime we're too much in control, the pendulum will swing over to being out of control at some point in time. Control is not the answer. Control is not our friend. What is then? Trust. Trust is the answer. So many women who have struggled with their eating and weight don't have that trust or belief in themselves. And they end up looking in all the wrong places, all these outside, external control strategies as a way, quote unquote, to fix themselves. And even weight loss surgery can be an example of this for some. So here's what I recommend you do instead of trying to get back in control at this time of year. Number 1, it's time to dig deeper. What is the feeling that is behind you wanting to get in control? So I'll give you a little hint here. It's often fear and anxiety. But here's the thing, positive, sustainable change rarely comes from a place of fear and anxiety. Number 2, can I acknowledge this feeling? So say to yourself, I'm feeling anxious because, or I'm scared that. The dieting is only the symptom. The cause is this feeling, and we want to unpack and explore this more. Number 3, ask yourself, what is stopping me from really trusting and believing in myself? And finally, number 4, finish this sentence. If I really trusted and believed in myself, it would mean ... So what you're probably craving is taking action towards your health goals, to start to step into your version 2.0 self. So how about this? Rather than starting the new diet and all the BS around the amazing results that, let's be honest, been there, done that, ask yourself, what is something that you can do consistently, something small, but done consistently that will have a big impact? So it might be as simple as committing to drinking more water over the course of the day. It might be something around when I have a craving, I'm going to do XYZ. So whether that's a body scan, going for a walk, some engagement activity. What is it for you? What is something that you choose to do consistently? And of course, make it small because we are more likely to follow through on that commitment. It's manageable. It doesn't feel big and overwhelming. The key is to keep it manageable and show up for yourself every day with that commitment. It's so good to be back. Happy New Year again. Remember to please come and join our challenge. If this is of interest to you, you can join at challenge.georgiebeams.com. It's a free challenge, and I'll be going deeper into many of the strategies that we talk about on the podcast, and as well as sharing some of my tools to rewire your brain. Thanks so much. We'll see you in the next episode. If you loved the content in this podcast, you have to come and check out my book. It's called Weight Loss Surgery Secrets: Why You Haven't Been Able to Get to or Stay at Your Goal Weight After Surgery. I delve into these deeper, juicy sabotage topics in the book. So come and check it out at book.georgiebeams.com.